You want to build your own business, but you accidentally end up creating just another job for yourself. That is the nightmare the E-Myth helps you avoid. Thanks to this book, I was able to bypass the most common mistakes. Now I have a 7-figure freedom business that takes less than 20 hours a week of my time. But the problem is this book doesn't teach you what to do, which is what I want to share with you today. First, let's talk about the common traps you'll be able to avoid if you follow this book. Its big idea changed the trajectory of my business. If your business depends on you, you don't own a business, you have a job. From the beginning, I got into the habit of asking myself, how do I do this so it doesn't depend on me? Even if I had to do something myself initially, because that's what it takes when you're building a business from scratch, I would be thinking about how I could eventually outsource it or build a system around it. It's also why I chose the strategies that I did. For example, you can hire a social media manager, but the power of social media is in your presence and connection. That's why instead of investing in social media first, I focused on strategies that are easier to outsource and systematize, like paid advertising and SEO. But how did I even know what strategies to choose? This is where the second trap comes in. In my first online business, I was doing consulting on advertising. I had really valuable skills, which I knew were valuable because my job paid me 6 figures to do it for big companies. But when I tried to sell those same skills outside of my job, the response surprised me. I heard so many times, "You are too expensive." Or my favorite, "I can't hire you. You look like you're 12." I had assumed that just because I was good at my skill, that would somehow naturally translate into easily being able to grow my business. A lot of aspiring entrepreneurs make that same mistake. But on top of the skills you already have, you have to learn another new set of skills, marketing and sales, to let people know that you are good at what you do so you can grow your business. But that's also where trap number 3 comes in. As your business grows, you realize you cannot do it all on your own, which is when you make your first hire. In an online business, that's usually a virtual assistant of some sort. But what happens a lot is, let's say you have them start by helping you post on social media. Then you give them some customer support tasks. Then you start adding random tasks to their to-do list. But the problem is, now you've just shifted your responsibilities onto someone else. The business is still reliant on one person, it's just not you anymore. Plus, your business probably isn't as effective as it could be because your virtual assistant is not the best person to be doing all those tasks anyways. They're not a social media expert, for example. Even knowing this trap, I've been a little guilty of it too. Because when you trust someone, it's easy to give them more and more responsibility. If you've done this too, let me know in the comments. It happens to so many people, but now we know. This is one of those cases where you have to slow down to speed up. Even if it takes some extra time to hire the right person for the job, it'll help you grow a lot faster in the long run because you're building a business that doesn't rely on any one person. Now let's talk about how to do that. Even knowing what to do though, it can still be hard to do it. Not because it's that complicated, but because I think a lot of us are taught this idea that to be a good person, you have to be working and serving all the time. One of the reasons I'm so grateful to this book is because it really challenges that idea. Your business is the vehicle through which you provide incredible value. So your highest value work is in creating and growing your business. Because of that, your business should serve you, not the other way around. That means the more you grow your business and let it serve you, the more you're actually being of service to others. That context is really important because otherwise, the question I'm about to share can get taken the wrong way. But once you realize your value to your business and the world isn't in doing as many mundane tasks as possible and overworking yourself, you start asking, how can I do less? Personally, I put off hiring as long as I could. I just did not want to have to deal with that. But if you're not hiring, the only way you can start doing less is by systematizing as much as you can in your business. But I'm not talking about the small systems either. An example everybody likes to give is use a calendar scheduling system like Calendly. Sure, do that if you want to, but how much is that actually gonna grow your business? In my opinion, systems that grow your business are way more important, so your business continues to grow even when you're not working. High five to that. That's why the first system I built was a lead generation system. I created a great PDF, then put up a page where people could go to give me their email address in return for the PDF. After that, I shifted my focus to finding systems that would help people find that page. I started by writing guest posts and sharing content on social media. After some trial and error, I figured out the strategy that helped me get my first 1,000 email subscribers. I ran paid ads to that page. I didn't realize it at the time, but in retrospect, I did something really smart. Think of your systems as building blocks. Take each thing that you're doing, figure out how to systematize that one piece, and then move on to the next piece. But what order you do it in can make or break your business, especially the order to hire and outsource. But this is where, again, the reminder that your business should serve you is super helpful. Because when you use time as your guide, it simplifies everything. There's this idea, and I didn't come up with it, of how much your time is worth in your business. As you make more, your time becomes worth more. So the more of your time you can free up, the more you can focus on growing your business. Then, the more your business grows, the more you make, and the more you can outsource. But it all starts with you freeing up your time. What are you spending time on right now that you don't need to be? For a lot of entrepreneurs, that first answer is customer support. That's the first role I hired out for too. Because think about what you could do with those few extra hours a week once you get that back. Make it a habit to look out for ways you can get your time back. That's how you grow your business faster while working less. But that brings us to possibly the most important tip. There's this brilliant piece of advice from, once again, the E-Myth. Pretend the business that you're building is going to be the prototype for 5,000 more just like it. That doesn't mean you have to sacrifice your creativity or what makes your business unique. It's like if you have a container. If you have a good one, like a Rubbermaid, not a sponsored shout out by the way, you can put anything in there. But if you have a bad container, not gonna call any brand out, so let's say it's a paper cup, you're limited in what you can put in there because your structure isn't strong. To build a strong container for your business so you can do whatever you want in your business, the best way is to build your business like an assembly line. In my business, our assembly line is basically to create and deliver content. That includes our paid courses too. My responsibility is the creation, which is my love. My video editor takes the raw footage and makes it fun for you to watch. My designer adds the visual elements. My operations manager handles all the tech. Our marketing and sales systems help people find us and buy our courses if they want. Plus, our customer support makes sure that all our clients' needs are taken care of. Everyone's job is super clear. We all get to do what we love, and the business grows naturally as a result. It's not complicated, but we can get in our heads about how much we allow ourselves to grow. That's why this next video is so important. It walks you through the missing piece that helped me finally get out of my own head and create the results I've been trying to get for years. Plus, my biggest takeaways from Think and Grow Rich.